It's been 10 years since my ex-boyfriend / baby daddy died in my arms on my birthday in a puddle of piss.
Whatever it takes, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, whatever it takes.
Hello and welcome to your mom's podcast, the only podcast that's worth walking out on a date with one of Degrassi's coolest girls. I'm Caroline.
I'm Avis, and we're your Degrassi rewatch besties.
And today we are discussing Degrassi Season 6, Episode 12, The Bitterest Pill. Roses are red. JT wanted oatmeal. With some care and some conflict, Degrassi starts to heal. The kids at Degrassi are still reeling from JT's sudden demise. Liberty and Mia are butting heads about who has a right to grieve and how. And then there's Toby, who's juggling the loss of his best friend with his newfound feelings for JT's first love, all while trying to keep the peace between Liberty and Mia and carrying the secret of JT's true feelings. It's enough to make a guy go cuckoo bananas. Over in the B plot, Ellie comes clean about Craig. Jesse comes clean about some chick he met in a bar. And our dreams of this cursed duo finally coming to an end are yet again met with a rude awakening as they decide to work it out. Neat.
Yeah. God. I continued to forget, even though I watched this episode multiple times and prepped for this, obviously, that they don't break up at the end because of Jimmy. Because Jimmy says, like, some dumb shit that's really not good advice at all. Because it matters how you feel, Ellie. If you don't love this person that loves you so much, then it's different, you know? Like, I feel like Jimmy is like how JT was, bringing sage advice that kind of also is very self-contained in this episode, and that Ellie takes to heart, like, way too quickly.
Yeah, the Jimmy and Ashley of it all, and the Jimmy in particular is so hokey. Like, JT's dead, but it's all worth it, because if you love somebody and they love you back...
Life's so random. Look at me,
Can
I'm in
you
this
imagine-
chair.
Can you imagine, too, like, if she hadn't cheated on Craig, because that does even the playing field some, but Jesse didn't know that, or hadn't cheated with Craig, kissed Craig, which I don't, like, it's not like it was okay, but it's not like, I don't know, it's not the same as, like, going out to a bar and bringing some random chick home. You know?
I feel like the severity of the acts was worse on his part, but, like, emotionally, he was right about it meaning more.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, that has to be stated that she has been crushing on this dude and then just kissed him despite being in a relationship. And
to be fair, he did kiss her.
He kissed her, and she immediately was like, do it again.
That's fair.
Why would you play with me like that?
I still think that's a lot more heat of the moment. And I think, too,
totally
that it's a bit of a getting it out of her system. And I'm not justifying her behavior, but what I wanted to touch on actually is just, can you imagine if your partner cheated on you and then in response to that made you a shitty coupon book that they wrote "I love you" on the back of, and that was the first time they said "I love you"?
Yeah.
And then you stay with them?
I had a problem with that. So I feel like Ellie and Jesse are just, like, it's like when you don't know 100% what a relationship should be, you're still young, you don't know what you should get out of it, the things you need to do, that etc. And you're trying to listen to what other people tell you is good versus what you think is good. um and then to like, I found it very upsetting that he gives her a book with the written word on it and doesn't say it too, because I'm sorry, saying it and writing it are two different things.
They really are. And
Like, and even the debate of like, I love you versus I'm in love with you. That was a big thing on teen media for years. Like, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. I don't know. There's
that
just
was just kind of a, but
it's
yeah.
splitting hairs, sure, but I feel like there's some like if it's giving like note in your lunchbox, like, love ya, have a good day.
And Ellie is happy to accept crumbs because Ellie's only ever, like, it's really tragic.
But she
Ellie's
doesn't
really
say
fucking
it.
sad and pathetic, and nobody picks her ever. But it's just like,
And I mean,
yeah,
that's
I don't
partially
know.
why she laps up Craig. And I mean, back to the whole, okay, getting it out of her system, because I feel like that's a good point, but I also have thoughts because yes, she's getting it out of her system. Yes, it was heat of the moment. And there was a deliberate nature on Jesse's side. Whether or not it's like, okay, necessarily I'm going to fuck somebody. It's like, I'm going to go out and I'm going to do whatever with it. If anything pops up, whatever. Like, I don't care. I haven't seen Ellie in weeks. Which, has it been weeks? Has it been weeks, Jesse? I don't.
Maybe. Because I feel like there's typically like at least a week between each episode, and I also feel like
Are
a
we
lot of
tacking on more
episodes are at
time
least a week long. I feel like
for like
weeks
the
is
criminal investigation? I mean, because that is something that is talked about, that there is a criminal investigation. Typically, when someone like you die in a criminal investigation, your body has to be autopsied. So, not to be morbid, but is it the same in Canada where he was most likely autopsied? That maybe could have taken a week.
I don't know that
Because
you need to be autopsied when you got stabbed in your aorta. Like,
I
they know
don't.
what killed you. It was the slashing of your aorta.
But do they? Even when they're not sure.
No, I think you get an autopsy when it's like suspicious circumstances or unknown circumstances. But no, if you got stabbed in the aorta and it's clear that that's what killed you, I don't think you need to be autopsied when you've been stabbed in a fatal place. You know, if you'd gotten stabbed in the arm and then died.
But it's not that. So, I mean, unless it's different by country, yes, I watch a lot of crime shows. It's when someone dies by homicide, it is essential that they autopsy you.
Even when wild.
Correct.
That feels like such a waste,
This is from someone who's watched hardcore. I was unfortunately raised on Dick Wolf propaganda.
It's not that I'm questioning you. It's that I think that is stupid.
And I know, and I could sense that you thought that was stupid, but I'm fairly certain that I thought that it's usually. But like, I mean, he's at least going to the coroner, the coroner, and maybe the coroner will say, okay, this young man was clearly stabbed the fuck up. I don't need to perform an autopsy.
I know they have to go to a coroner.
But I think it's up to the coroner, though. It might not be in every case, but I'm fairly certain if there's a criminal investigation, that JT would have to be autopsied, just for the records.
No, and that makes sense to me. Like, the coroner has to show up
he went to
jail. There's a body.
The guy, they're already like, what's its name, is in jail. So they can't put him in jail without having. Listen, so here's the thing with Ellie and Jesse. Here's the thing.
Is I don't care. I hate it. Like, I don't even care enough to hate it.
I don't care.
At this point.
I don't care. Jesse, this does set the stage for him being a grade A man whore, which comes up again. This is something that comes up again. Is he this forthright?
Nope.
He doesn't really have a choice, but not really.
I wish
no.
that he'd get hit by a bus.
He doesn't, though, Caroline. We don't get our
No,
justice.
he doesn't. He doesn't. Instead, Ellie gets hit by the bus of her boyfriend cheating on her with her hero. I mean, but you know what? That's what you get for fucking having your hero be Caitlin Ryan.
That is the worst hero ever, and I am judging you for that. And clearly the show is judging you for that.
It's one thing if you're Emma in 7th grade.
Right.
Like, bitch was dumb and she learned fast.
I mean, she is consistent, though, because she has been blubbering over Caitlyn since she looked like Curious fucking George. Or the Long John Silver guy. It literally, so I have this to say about the B plot, and then I would love to move to the A plot because I don't care anymore about this B plot.
Yeah, I'm so down.
Ellie, for some reason, taking Jimmy as an emotional compass. And I know I said that in the beginning, but why? What for? Because he got shot? You're taking his advice on matters of literally this man, and she was bothered by him cheating. She did not want to stay with him, which is why I'm like, okay, I thought they were done. She is convinced by Jimmy to stay with this guy. Because, when you get shot, nothing matters except for if you have someone that loves you. Jimmy, dude, read the room. Not everybody has.
You had someone who loved you, Jimmy. Her name was Hazel, and
her name was Hazel, and she got
away.
She got kicked to the curb. Yeah,
you dropped her faster than she dropped that graduation cap, dude.
I'm really not impressed by this. By Jimmy having to pop up in the episode because there was violence. I don't think that Lakehurst and Degrassi, I don't think that this was a byproduct of, that was my whole thing of him not thinking that it was a byproduct of the war of schools. Why not, Jimmy? Why don't you think it was the byproduct of, just because the dude, I don't actually agree with that. And maybe that's a good segue into the A plot, but I don't fucking agree with what Jimmy says. And also, I guess to cap the B plot, Jesse saying that this is the best thing that Ellie has ever written means nothing. Because he always tells her this is a great, he always blows smoke up her ass when it comes to her writing when he knows he's in the doghouse.
Yeah. Yeah. Because her writing's not good. And what if her writing's not good? I saw the title.
It was about the shooting. Obviously.
Was it about
or
the
about
stabbing?
the violence? Yeah, the stabbing. Sorry, it was about the violence and
stop the
schools
violence
and things, and not.
I hate Ellie.
It's quite on the nose, Ellie. However, did you come up with a subject matter? Anyway,
are we in agreement? So he said not the worst, but bad. So that means BJ, right?
Yeah, he got sucked off.
Because I can't imagine Jesse eats pussy.
No, I doubt it. He makes coupon books. No,
right. If he does, it's not to completion. It's he's the briefest of foreplays.
Wait. He's like, am I done yet? With these lobster eyes. Am I done yet? Claire Fisher, how dare you say something so bold and yet so true?
Wait, what about Claire Fisher?
No, she just said that.
About lobster? Who had lobster eyes?
I don't know if it's lobster eyes, but remember when she's talking to Mina Suvari once in the later seasons of 6 Feet Under, and she's talking about, she's dating Peter Facinelli at that point, and she's talking about how when he goes down on her, it's he's okay, but then as soon as it starts getting good, he looks up at her, and I believe she does say with lobster eyes, but at least she makes this, it might not be lobster eyes, but...
who is Peter Facinelli?
He is, Carlisle from Twilight. And he's been in a bunch of other shit. But he was in 6 Feet
When
Under.
does she date Carlisle from Twilight?
Carlisle from Twilight was in the later seasons of 6 Feet Under. Remember when she's in college and she's living in the what, like, what is it? What do they call it? The coach house? Whatever.
But because she dates.
It's Peter Facinelli. I promise you.
No, she dates that Russell kid or whatever.
She does, but she also fucks Peter Facinelli.
Okay, wait. Is that his real name?
Yes.
How do we spell it?
I've got it for you, dude.
Because I gotta get it in context. Facinelli. Okay, I found it.
He's got dark hair, though. See? So it's perhaps a little bit. And then he also has bleached blonde hair, I believe, at some point. Like, he's all up and through this last season with Mina Suvari. Remember this chick? Remember this girl?
Yeah, okay.
That bitch.
Okay.
Because she fucks him too.
Oh, is he the, like, cool guy?
He's the cool guy. They're all in the same art circle. Remember?
I forgot that she was fucking around with him. I only
She
remember her
fucked
fucking
him.
around with the guy
She
that
fucked
looks
him
like the
like
Cash
Russell.
brother from Holes. Right, Russell. Who
Yes.
kind of looks like the Cash brother from Holes and kind of looks like Haley Joel Osment, but he's
Mhm.
neither of those people.
Mm-hmm.
We have lost
Yeah,
the fucking
no.
plot.
Well, kind of, but here's the thing. Just saying that Jesse is totally the Peter Facinelli type, and he does not eat pussy to completion. Let's
No.
just cap that off. If you've ever seen 6 Feet Under, you know the type that Jesse is. It's apt because they're both in college. They're both, it's around the same time-ish. They're both the cool
Even if
guy.
you've completely forgotten that this guy existed.
You
now that you
completely
remember.
forgot that this guy existed. Yes, she fucks him so briefly. I don't know why she's drawn to Russell. We'll talk about it when we talk about Black Mold Theory. But yeah,
Because
he
Claire
totally-
collects broken toys.
she does. But he's so weird. Russell's so weird.
So is the fucking dead brother foot guy.
All of them are weird, but there's a scale of
no,
weird.
because that's the thing. It's like, okay, in the finale when she's getting ready to leave and Ruth hugs her and she goes, "Oh, Claire, I pray you'll have hope for as long as you're able."
Mm-hmm.
That's when I start crying. But anyway, Claire always had hope. That's what enabled her to date and love these weird ass broken fucking boys, because she was able to, like, hope for them being what they could be.
Yeah.
And it's quite beautiful once you learn to harness it, but it's also quite tragic.
It is.
Because Claire did not need to be dating Billy. I wish we were doing Black Mold Theory.
Well, we know that we have reprieve, honey. It's okay. So I just find
On that
it.
note,
Yeah, I find it very. I don't agree. So that was my segue to the B, from the B plot to the A plot. I don't agree with Jimmy saying that this was not a byproduct. This violence was not a byproduct of the war, and that psycho, as he says, was a ticking time bomb. I don't fucking agree with you, Jimmy. He was literally bullied out of that party. He was embarrassed out of that party. This dude, we have seen this dude in one episode. He has not been in the other episodes.
it was a direct result of the fucking war that JT started, because
that JT started and then decided
Nick
I'm gonna bow out.
slut.
Yes.
And respectfully, like, no shame, but Mia is kind of slutty.
Mia's kind of slutty. She's been with the guy for 3 months. She's already trying to, like, cash out his locker. You know how much, like, unopened product and shit there's got to be in there? Do you know how much,
It is
like...
kind of weird that Liberty was there.
It's weird, but it's also weird to me that Mia's there, because not only is Liberty his ex, but also she was his friend for years. Friend of me.
Like, I feel like it should be, like, Toby and Liberty and Emma and Manny, and maybe
correct. Especially
Mia
at the
gets
end.
to have a couple things.
Especially at the end when they, like, look up. I thought that was very sweet, and I do wish that it was Emma, Manny, Toby and Liberty. I think that would have been way better. I think that would have made more sense because who are you? Who the fuck are you? You've been around for several months. I wanted someone to point that out. And I know that they didn't point that out because it's high school. And if you're dating somebody for any length of time, people typically are like, wow, you've been together forever. Whatever.
Right.
But you have not known this dude long enough to, like, I don't know, it's a little weird how much you're crying.
I mean, I don't
Maybe
think
not,
no,
maybe
because
not,
I don't
not,
think
not.
that. And
But
I
she's
think,
also crying very badly. Nina Dobrev. I'm
she's-
so sorry, but your acting is not great in this episode, especially that little quiver of like, you have no idea how difficult this is.
Well, honestly, like, she's like annoying to me. Like, the
Yes.
way that she's like expecting to his last conversation to have been like something poignant or something to do with her. And it's like he didn't know he was walking out to his death. Like, he was just at a party. Why?
Yeah.
Like, he could have been talking to Toby about like the movie they saw the other day.
Yeah.
Like,
She is very self-centered. She's very emotionally messy, because I just think that there's okay, you're allowed to feel how you feel, and I think that this is a more recent concept, but it's like, don't judge someone for how they react to something terrible happening. That is one of the things that, like, I guess if I took anything out of true crime that was constructive and not completely exploitative of people who experienced various tragedies, is that, like, you cannot pinpoint someone having done something wrong by how they react. Similarly to, like, someone experiencing grief, everyone experiences grief differently. Some people, they need time for it to hit them. Some people might try to be normal and still laugh and still carry on and still, like, try to be themselves because they need some scrap of normalcy. Like, Liberty has
right.
always been a control freak. And
Right.
I
She
think
can't just lose it.
she can't just lose it. And similarly to how during her pregnancy, she just didn't want to accept the reality, so she ignored it. I think it's very similar to that of like, well, I want JT, but I can't have that either. And it's like similar to, well, every day I wake up and I'm, I don't, I remember I'm still pregnant, basically. Like, oh, right, I still am. Like, it's similar to just like, she is in denial of things that are particularly hard for her to deal with and relatable. But she just ignores it to the point of like, yeah, I can't deal with this. I can't accept this reality. So I'm just going to operate in a place where this reality has not touched me yet.
Yeah.
Even though things are very much happening, like she's at his funeral, she's cleaning out his locker. She's seeing people literally put him on a t-shirt and shit like that.
And Liberty, like, I don't believe that Liberty grew up in a household where you really got to like express a full range of emotions.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
I would bet that Liberty was taught very young not to cry.
Not to cry. She's got to, be strong. She's got to keep it composed. Things like that. It's hard when things like this are happening where it's very much like, yeah, the only boy you've ever loved, and you loved him for a substantial amount of time to the point where like that was a good amount of your adolescence. And then he won't just be a boy to you forever. He'll be the father of your first child forever, who died
in your arms,
on your birthday. Every birthday she will think
while he was coming to tell you that he was still in love with you.
It's the most tragic novella shit ever, and it's so sad that this is Liberty's story and that we don't really get like the way that the show continues to like take away, you forget all the intricacies of it and like how fucking devastating it truly is for her. Like, she will never live her life a year without thinking of him. How can you not think of him on your birthday?
Right.
At the very least.
Yeah, no, it sucks.
I know how my
It
brain works.
fucking-
If I saw a dude in a white shirt, I would think of him. Do you know how many
Yeah.
dudes you see in white shirts? Because he just, like, it's, I don't know. It's very devastating. It's so sad.
And it's like, it's the addition of, like, fucking trauma.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just the, like, the trauma of the losing your first love and the grief and all of that, and being so young to, like, grieve one of your contemporaries, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But on top of that, he died in her arms on her birthday. That's traumatic.
Yeah.
And like the birthday part isn't traumatic so much as it adds insult to injury. You're never gonna forget the date. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I feel so bad. I feel so bad for her. It's so hard.
You'll always be able to immediately do the math, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you'll be like, well, he died on my 17th birthday. This is my 27th. It's been 10 years since my ex-boyfriend / baby daddy died in my arms on my birthday in a puddle of piss. And it's horrible. And Liberty deserves so much better than that. And like, does Mia not know that JT died in Liberty's arms? Because like, Liberty could be nobody to JT, and that would be traumatic.
Correct. And she is making it like, I think Mia is so callous this entire episode about like, and I know she's a teenager. That's fine. That's part of it. But the fact that her empathy is so low for this being JT's baby mom, at the very least, they had a child together.
Right.
Like they're tied, if they are tied together forever.
I mean, I also do understand Mia being a teenager and not really being able to, like, you don't realize the permanence of things in the same way when you're that young, and you're not.
You don't.
Like, I'm not saying that teachers or that teenagers aren't able to empathize. They are. But I do think that, like, they're not able to step outside of themselves in the same way yet, or they don't have as much experience with it. So, like, I get it, and it's fucking annoying.
If maybe because if Mia's baby daddy died, she wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's fair.
Perhaps.
Well, and it's different
because he's called her a slut.
Kept Isabella.
She kept Isabella, and the devastation.
Did Lucas call her a slut?
Oh no, Lucas didn't call her slut. One of her exes called. No, Lucas probably calls her a slut. I'm gonna just spitball here. Lucas probably calls her a fucking slut. Lucas ain't shit, y'all. Just a spoiler alert. Her baby daddy ain't shit. We're going to see him. And then we're going to also get Jane for some reason. Because they just have to be I don't know. I don't care. It feels different for her because she kept that baby. But the devastation that Liberty feels cannot be realized upon her until she sees him playing with that little girl. That's when she starts bawling, because I think that's what she grieves the most. Like, she grieves what they could have been. She grieves the family and the dynamic she sees, even if it's not real, because obviously that child is going home to someone else and he's not taking care of that child. He is just playing with that child for 45 minutes on a playground. But it's like, she is, again, a teenager, and she is seeing what their life could have been. If they hadn't have been forced to, like, for circumstances, give up their child, and, you know, if their lives were different, she is seeing how good of a father he would have been. Mm-hmm. And I think for her that's the cap. That's what makes her, like, completely start ugly crying. That's one of the fears I've always had for crying in person, in, like, public, because I am just the worst. Like, I just cry. I think we have one video when we first met each other, when we're parting. It was from last year at Smoky Mountain. Yeah. When we're out in front of my house, and I'm like, I feel like that's probably the cutest I've ever cried. And I was full on, when I sob, like, Liberty, it's,
Oh yeah, no, it's bad.
It's
when
bad.
I do.
I've got big cheeks. Things just start just meshing together. I look like one of those totems from Legends of the Hidden Temple. It's not good.
Not Legends of the Hidden Temple.
It's not good, guys, and I feel so bad because oh wow, what a place to have the floodgates open in front of all of these people. Because she's full on like,
No, you know what though? I bet that was in a way freeing for Liberty.
oh totally though. No, for me more than Liberty. For Liberty that makes sense for her character to be able to let go, especially during such an emotional moment. But for me, that would be like one of my worst nightmares is to audibly ugly cry and sob in front of the public. I do appreciate that JT's face was on a t-shirt. I said that earlier. His face was on a t-shirt. It's very 2000s. I wish they had airbrushed it though. I wish they had found like the one person that could airbrush shirts in Canada, in Ontario.
God, Marco's dad probably knows a guy.
Sorry.
Can we talk about the fact that they went to JT's funeral and then had to go to school?
I think it was a bold choice to have like a sunrise funeral. Just start your day with a bit of grief. Yeah.
Get it out of the way.
Get it out of the way. It was quite Roman Catholic.
But like everybody's at school in their funeral drab with their backpacks.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird.
Oh, and I had to point out that Miss Sauve got some backup, y'all. They were finally like, here's a fucking licensed psychiatrist.
It's because it was a smaller group of children. Like it wasn't like everybody.
It wasn't the entire
therapy,
school.
so that they were able to individualize it instead of like weird group. I am Sean Cameron.
Oh my god, that was the worst.
Chocolate milk. I need this stupidity, to be over.
Oh gosh, Sean. Yeah, it's not. Sean is like wiping the board. It's been how many days since your last tragedy?
Right. He's like, at least I didn't fucking have a hand in this one. I was trying to get laid for the first time.
I was just holding my girlfriend's hair back poorly. There is throw up all over her bedroom. But I was not like adjacent to the stabbing. You know, I did not facilitate said stabbing. Yeah. Very
At least your parents know about the party, so when they finally realize the tequila's missing, you can blame that on Drake as well.
Like, and he just stole all our tequila. He stole all our tequila, Mom. Can you believe that? Emma smelling like the bottom of a fucking brewery. Why did I say that so weird? I don't know,
but it was strange.
It was really strange. I added like another R in there, which is fine. It's gonna stay in. I don't care. But yeah, Emma just smells like the worst. And I feel like tequila is just the worst thing to have seeping out of your pores. Good God. Dear Lord. And then she's drunk. She's like, God, I'm drunk in the hospital. Like, this is the worst night for Emma ever. Like, well, maybe not ever, but I think it's probably a close second. She's just not having fun.
No, nobody's having fun.
No one's having a good time, except I just feel like Toby was having the best night of everybody. And then
right,
what the
Ellie
fuck?
was
And then what the
really
fuck
good
would
about
occur?
herself for her sorry, not sorry.
I'm glad she didn't come to the. She didn't need to. I like the memorial scene. I just had to remember what the relation was that everyone had to JT. I liked that Ashley had on the shirt with JT's face on it because it reminded me that like they spent way more time together when they were younger because of the closeness of Toby and JT. She does look really sad. I thought it was a nice touch to have her there. Like so featured prominently. They kept flashing to her. But
it was weird to me that Darcy was there. It was weird to me that Alex was there. unless Alex had like agreed to go for that's my headcanon. Paige couldn't make it down from Banting,
So
and
Alex
so
went for her.
Alex went for her.
She called her up and she was like, "Hey, can you do me the biggest favor? I'm about to
Paige
light my
didn't even
trash
ask
can on
for
fire."
Paige
I'm-
didn't even ask for it. She told Alex she was sad that she couldn't go, and Alex said, "I'll go for you." Because Alex is the fucking good one in that relationship, even if she does get high and like fuck up a fancy dress. Who among us hasn't gotten high and fucked up a fancy dress?
I wouldn't be able to stand up or put fingers down if never have I ever, and etc. Yeah, no, it's just Paige is just like, I can't make it. I'm burning my trash can. Contents of my trash can.
Like that.
I'm being an asshole. I just am foreshadowing the fact that Paige
You're
is not
so
having a
mean to
good time.
Paige.
Paige is not having a good time at Banting.
Struggling. So why are you being mean about it?
I love her so much. I've got to fuck with her.
She's having such a hard time.
She's really going through it. She's not having
to
fun.
be fair, that professor of hers seems like a fucking cunt.
Yeah, I was not getting the warm and fuzzies from her. Miss Mikhailchuk. Michael Chuck. What? Why do you say my name like that? Do you think... No. Mikhail... Is it Mikhail Phelps? Anyway, so Manny's saying, "Are you on crack?" It was on her mind. It was the crack was so close to her heart. I'm like, not cocaine, Manny.
No, crack.
Not the cocaine.
That's a little racist, Manny.
She just went right to the crack. Slightly racist.
I do think that, like, "Are you on crack?" is like a smoother thing to say than "Are you on cocaine?"
It certainly is. It's world crack. Yeah, cocaine because
and cocaine is a sore subject for her right now.
I think it's just around the corner from crack, so she's still struggling with it, which is sad for her. I'm so sorry. Who took the picture during the fucking the picture of JT in the middle, Liberty on the left, and Danny on the right at the fucking memorial? That is a promotional still, and I hate that is from the promotional photo shoot. I fucking hate when they do that. I hate when they do that shit.
I love that it
Degrassi
makes you that you feel so passionately about it.
Famous for doing that. Oh, because they're going to do it again. They are famous for doing that shit. I know they do it with Claire because there's a particular picture with Claire when she has her short hair and her blue blazer. And they frame it. And it's like in her house when her parents are like, okay, we're going to leave you in the house and we're going to just rotate. Like, it bothers me when shows do this. A lot of shows do this. Degrassi is the worst for this. They love to do shit like, okay, we're going to show a picture on screen of the actor, which is 75% of what we see during the JT slideshow are actually Ryan Cooley, obviously. But the one shot that we see that isn't is a promotional photo shoot shot.
Yeah.
I'm bothered.
You'd think they'd have like candidates on set that would work, quite frankly.
I would take him sitting in one of those folding chairs, laughing, eating. I know you got one of those. I know they used to snap. I don't know. They phoned it in. Because they're like, we need one more until we cut away, and then we're gonna have drama backstage. It's not gonna be that much of the slideshow.
Is so fucking dramatic.
Say what you will before it's too late. Say what you will.
Okay, that dramatic chipmunk voice is killing me. I need that to never happen again.
That wasn't a dramatic chipmunk voice. I was emulating whatever the lady's song, how she's singing in the. I don't know, whatever.
Don't ever do it again.
There's some sort of vocal fry on her voice in the recording that is like, it makes her voice. It's like, if I were to die today, my life would be more than okay. It just sounds like she's talking through a very, like, strategically placed fan. Like, maybe, like... Like they're like,
Stop, like you're doing a robot voice.
yes, that's what it sounds like. The part when
No.
Liberty's like sobbing, like, and it's like they've got the. There's just no way. There's no way someone listened to the original like recording and they're like, let me lay some like robotic voice, like some robotic distortion on top of this. Yeah. No. Put it back. Production wise, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed with whoever did the production on this song. So that's my thoughts on that.
I mean, those are all valid thoughts, I feel like.
Highlighting Mia's terrible acting. Mia and Nina, whatever. Mina, highlighting Mina's terrible acting in this particular this whole episode, but the particular part when she's like, Liberty is like storming backstage, she's like, I can't believe you, why would you kiss me, and all of that stuff, and like you knew it would mean everything to me if JT felt the same, all of that stuff. And then she's like, give me the tape, and Mia's like, you're gonna play it, and she like nods, and her hand is so flat when she's like, give me the tape. Her hand is so tabletop flat. It's so fucking stiff. And like she hands it to
he had
her,
broken that tape instead.
crushed
And
it in her hand,
taken it and just thrown it on the floor and stomped
on it. But like the little side smile, like the smile she gives her, the small smile, and then the like bounce off to the right. She's like, you're gonna play it. She's like smiles. Little, like the smile is so slight, and then she just bounces away. It's weird.
I think that it was really sweet that Mia, like when she found the tape and she's like, we have to play it, people will love it, or everyone will love it. Like, it's really sweet that you think anybody likes your kid like even a quarter as much as you do.
Oh dear,
because that kid sucks.
Oh, and the way that JT was doing all of the fucking heavy lifting in that video. I know that it's cute. I know it's cute because I know it's supposed to be a child, and that's why it's supposed to be cute. Not every child. How do I say this without
Isabella
being
has
rude
no
to a
personality. Like, it's
25-year-old actress? Because I don't blame the actress. I blame the writing. What were you given? You were 4 or 5, whatever. I'm not blaming you. You look like a very adorable potato on screen. You just did nothing. You had no emotion, nothing in your face. I'm so sorry, honey. But it's very obvious that JT was doing all of it. He was doing all. He's like, wave to the camera. Hi, say hi, mommy. I say hi, mommy. Isabella's just staring off like
that. Not the JT, that Ryan Cooley was doing all the heavy lifting.
So sorry, Ryan Cooley.
It's why he quit.
He's like, I've got to carry in every fucking scene with this kid. She's like, she gotta lug her around. She doesn't walk for some reason. You've always got to be carrying her. And if, like, God forbid you wanted to show some kind of fucking emotion. Like, he left the show because of Isabella.
She's like Emma from Superstore. Like, she's kind of a dud.
She's like, you just gotta go. Just gotta get out. Okay, so it's Liberty matching JT in the video of when he's playing with Isabella. Her first outfit, they match. Her sweater, her blue and brown sweater. He is wearing a blue and brown striped sweater. He is also wearing a blue and brown striped sweater.
I like that you caught that.
I did. That's like something that stood out to me. I love visual motifs. So I was like, ooh, sexy.
Can I just say that I actually think that it's kind of fucking bullshit that, like, we couldn't get Liberty and Toby. Because I think Liberty and Toby actually makes a bunch of sense, and both of those characters could have been more interesting together.
Certainly, because they do literally I had to get my "this sucks" kicks trash can moment. He is raging. He is raging in this.
I mean, it does.
He is not well.
He can't just grieve his dead friend because bitches be crazy.
Bitches do indeed be crazy. And yeah, it's
And he's carrying this heavy ass secret.
yeah. I don't agree with Manny saying that she can't handle it. I think that it honestly, I think that she deserved to know. I think
I
that
concur.
she had so much devastation in regard to the relationship with JT at every turn, like pining after him and then finally getting him and then getting pregnant shortly after and then having to deal with the pregnancy and then having to deal with the aftermath. Like, it's all been hard for her. And for her to know that he died wanting her and loving her would have made her, I feel like, her grieving process all the more different in the beginning. Like, she's been grieving for, at least as far as we know, the better part of 2 weeks, at least, without knowing this information.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. I think maybe Manny wouldn't be ready to know, potentially. And I love when people just project and they don't think about the person that they're actually giving advice in relation to. But she's, again, also a teenager. And Manny has to be the one who's mothering this episode because it's not Emma. Emma's just distraught.
Right. And I think it's
Rightfully
comforting.
so.
Liberty finds comfort in like knowing the facts of the situation.
She does, which relatable. I like to know all of, like, I like to know it helps to know the details. It can help,
Yeah,
like, put my
everybody does
mind to
Liberty
rest.
dirty this episode, including the writers. Because
She doesn't.
I think Liberty and Toby, like, the timing is so wrong.
Oh, the timing is fucking gutter, but I do
But
think
like
that
Sarah and Jake have
they have
chemistry.
chemistry, and I don't think it comes out of nowhere. I think that when he's like, oh, I've have all these feelings, and then he's like, the past couple days, that's what make me like, okay, no, you've had feelings for her longer than you're caring to admit. I just think that the show doesn't want him to have had feelings for her prior to JT's death.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the writers think that we would like Toby and Liberty together as much for this millisecond if it wasn't just a post grief thing, but I don't think that that's realistic. I think it's very
Yeah, no.
possible, okay, he's just seeing her in a new light, but nothing's changed for, like, Liberty's the same person, essentially. She's just fucking grieving now.
Well, no, because they continue to make Toby an incel because Manny's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Well, she's so sad." Like
Right.
it's
Yeah.
giving. Ugh, you didn't
Yeah.
watch White Lotus, did you?
I haven't. It's on my
Okay, so
list of
my
things.
most hated White Lotus character is this character Albie in season 2, who at
Mm-hmm.
one point, like, the girl who's playing his like opposite asks him what he looks for in a girl, and he says that he's drawn to beautiful wounded birds. Like the fact
Y'all
that
can't
like
see my
Liberty
stank
being
face, but
torn up
oh, yeah.
is attractive to him. Like, and it sucks, right? Because if Toby wasn't a gross baby incel,
Mm-hmm.
they could be really fucking good together.
Yeah, it lends to the whole thing of, like, guys will hit on you when you look busted, like you just ran out to
They
do an
want to know you
errand.
can be broken.
Yeah, and it's like, I think I've seen social experiments conducted of, like, people, well, women crying in public and then seeing how many men approach them.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a theory that men love wounded birds and they feel like if you're weak, they can get you easily.
Yep.
Nasty fucking behavior. Don't be predatory. That's predatory. That's predatory as shit. The timing is terrible. It's trash. Boo boo caca. I don't like it. But do I like their dynamic? Yes. Do I like, I've always liked them together. I've always thought that they were cute together. I've always liked that dynamic of, like, especially in a man and a woman, when it's like the woman is really strong and the guy is like just so, like, he's a simp for her kind of, and he's just willing to
Well,
kind
because you
of,
know what?
he knows that her wisdom and her leadership is superior to anything he could accomplish. So
Can I say something controversial?
hmm.
I've recently come to the conclusion that, like, I've thought for a long time that, like, as a whole, I'm generalizing here, But then as
Mm-hmm.
a whole, we've seen time and time again that men aren't really that great at leading, right?
Yes.
Respectfully, like in the years that we've started letting women like climb the corporate ladder, fucking companies with female CEOs do better overall. Like it's just, it is what it is, right? And it's fine. But I've come to the conclusion recently that like not only are they not particularly great at it, but also I don't think men like leading.
No, and I think that they realize that when they don't, things are so much better. And maybe that's what they don't want to admit is that, you know, the whole age old adage of like women, you know, experience so many hormone fluctuations. They get their period. It's so hard for them to. Do you know that in spite of the hormone fluctuations and things, you're not experiencing mass murder on the
Right.
on the regular, you
Right.
know, like the
Right.
self-restraint that like when, you know, it is hard to have to go and
Because
like
I think that
be your
like a
best
woman should
self
be
when
allowed to
you're
kill like one person a year
just
while
for
she's
the
menstruating. Like you should be
suffering.
able to use the menstrual rage
The menstrual rage is
defense.
real. I wonder why I'm angry. I wonder why I'm like snippy and whatever. It's because I am PMSing. I'm actually way better on my period than my PMS is really bad. Like my period is it's its own beast physically, but like I would take period me over PMSing me any day because I am just the worst. As I get older, my PMS gets worse. It was not as bad when I was younger. But yeah, it's like why are you should be applauding us. There should be an award because despite the hormone fluctuations, there is normalcy in the world.
I just right, exactly. And it's like I don't need an award, just like
I would
let's
like one.
do what's
A
best for
cash award.
everybody, men included, and like let us like get out of our way. You'll get what you need and we'll praise you and like that's the thing. If they would get
Mm.
out of our way, I would be so much more willing to like tell them how great they are.
You'll get what you need. We'll praise you.
I'll send you a copy.
I want to point
No,
out
I
that
don't mean it like that. I'm just saying that like if women were allowed to lead, part of female leadership would be nurturing.
oh yeah, it would be. And not all women are nurturing, but
Not all women are nurturing.
I do think there's a good there there's an inherent nature to which a good population of women are. Because I think there's
Mm-hmm.
some there just like some men are nurturing. You know, like there's been men that have more nurturing capability and inherent whatever
Oh,
than
they're
women, but
super nurturing men.
but
Well, but
I
I think
feel like
that's part
it's
of it
not
too. Is it's
allowed
the
to
societal
manifest in the
thing,
same way.
right? And if you allowed women to,
Embrace
if
that,
women
like,
were in like
yeah,
the primary leadership roles,
yeah,
men would be able to embrace their nurturing sides. Like
totally.
everybody would be so much better taken
We
care
would
of.
benefit. We would all benefit so much. I love a soft little like. Don't you guys love when a little boy is just so sweet? That is one of my favorite things. Is when little tot like their voices. I'm gonna be so fucking because it's just he's just gonna wake up one day and sound like a man, and I'm not
Mm-hmm.
fucking ready for that. I know it's like 5 years away. Still not ready. I'm told it's 5 to 7 because, like, depending on the kid, his apparently the men in my nephew's family, he's okay until he's like 12 or 13. Fine, whatever. But his voice now, he sounds so sweet. His little tiny voice, he sounds like a cartoon character. His voice is
Mm-hmm.
so fucking cute. And it's like I love when they're small because they are just allowed to be sweet. They're allowed to give hugs and kisses. They're allowed to cry. He asks for hugs all the time. He's like so sensitive. If someone hurts his feelings, he's now been able to articulate, "You hurt my feelings. I need a hug."
Yeah.
And it's the cutest thing ever. It's so cute. I love that and I wish that it extended into adulthood for men because it's like we would all benefit from men being allowed to ask for hugs and being soft and not just from women, from, he asked for hugs from his brothers all the time. Like, that is
No,
beneficial to all
I've
of
said
us.
it before. I know it, like, not to be simplistic. I know there's a lot more to it. But, like, I feel like if you could wave a magic wand over and, like, overnight normalize platonic affection between men, that the
Mhm.
world would become at least, like, 40% better within, like, a month.
The internalized homophobia is real because
It's not even just I mean, it is internalized, but it's like the consequence of it is just that, like, I don't know. I know so many men that, like, only get physical affection from
from
partners.
their partners.
And
Yes.
it's tragic because, like, you're aching for more physical affection. And then also,
Mhm.
we as women can't have physical affection platonically with men. And, like,
Mhm.
it's just lame.
It's
Everybody would be so
exhausting.
much happier.
Do you remember the no homo era?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm so glad that we're no longer in a no homo
You know
era,
what,
but it
though?
still feels like we are in a
Honestly,
way. It just
I
feels
feel you, and I feel like no homo was, like, gross and whatever, but it was also, like, a tongue-in-cheek way for men to be more loving with each other, I feel like.
it was at one point,
And
but
I would
then
love that if it was gone, because we had, like, evolved past that and men could just be like, hey, I love you, you're my best friend, like, I would be
Mhm.
sad without you. No
No,
homo.
it right. No, it's and I feel like that was the way it was for a while, and then it became bastardized, and then it just started being like you had to say no homo after anything. It became something you had to say, like compulsory. If you didn't say it and you said something slightly homo, you were suspect. At least that's how it became in a lot of my social circles of like you said no homo to cover your ass. If you're like I love you, man, no homo. Do you get how it's a
Yeah.
little different?
No, definitely. It's so, but
So
like,
for
I would
it's
still rather men be able to, like, no homo than just not love each other.
I want men to love each other. I feel like there's more acceptance for that in
But
some
also,
areas.
like, I don't know. I want, so, like, remember when we were in Salem and we got to share that nice big bed, and it wasn't like we weren't all up on each other. But it was, like, really nice to, like, wake up next to you, no homo. Okay, are we
I
ready to,
have
like, just
to
move on to segments, do you think?
We are. I just have to
We
show you
haven't
this
done
picture
JT's death
of my
thingy.
girlfriend capturing a fish. Look at her. Isn't she
She's
so
so
cute?
beautiful.
Isn't she so fucking cute?
I mean, she's cute, but no, that's also just a beautiful photo of her.
Look at how excited she is. It is a really nice
Mm-hmm.
photo of her. That's her new contact photo. Is her being so excited over she does look at me like she's looking at this fish though. So yes, let's segue. I'm good. I feel like this was a very sad
I'm
episode,
sorry to the
but
JT lovers. We just don't.
I just it feels like guys, we know that this means a lot to some people. It's just not us, okay? It's just not us. And
I did cry.
I cried. I did cry. I don't know that that means
Anything.
anything, but I totally cried. It was a sad episode in that I feel like they had a good tone. They had a good I felt it. There was definitely points
His
where I
grandma
was
was like,
like,
he's such a good boy, and or he was such a sweet boy. And, like, where? When?
where, when, in fucking date.
But it is what it is, whatever. JT's dead. I'm sorry, guys. We don't care that much. It just never, like, it is sad. He's young. It's tragic. But I've never particularly cared for JT.
No.
And I can only be, like, I'm not happy he's dead, but I can only spend so much energy on it. I'm more sad that his friends are grieving.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. Yep. I think that's a good segue to segments.
Word. Do you have fashion? Because I don't really. Everybody was very drab.
I discussed my fashion. My first one, I did like Liberty's funeral outfit. I feel like I appreciate that they changed her a lot. I thought it was obviously we'll have screenshots. I'm not going to describe it too much because honestly I don't remember. I just know that I liked it. This is season 6 type shit, y'all. I'm not describing anymore. We all know I'm terrible at it anyway. And my second outfit, I talked about it, how she was matching JT in the video. It's her brown and like pale blue striped sweater. I had this exact striped sweater. I feel like it's from Old Navy. Mine was pink. Um, I loved a V-neck sweater in high school. Please don't take me back
I
to the
miss
V-neck
like seeing a
sweaters.
shirt you had on TV. That
I
pink and green
know.
polo that Liberty wears in like
In the
season like
yeah.
3. I had
Yes.
that shirt.
Oh, okay. That was a cute one. The nostalgia. Yeah, it feels there's something about it that like, especially if it's something that I wore when I was maybe that I didn't remember the entire, like, okay, I remember wearing that. Like my mom put me in a lot of crushed velvet. Um
Mm-hmm.
so when I watch certain media and I see children in crushed velvet, I'm like, oh, my mother probably put me in something like that. It tickles me. Like there's a memory tickle or something. But yeah, no, it's cool to be able to recognize that I had that exact sweater. I love it on Liberty. I think it's very simple. I think it's of the time because it's like we just threw whatever the fuck on, honestly, under a layer. That's why Mia looks so crazy this episode, because it's clear that they're layering her too much. But this is what we did. She's
Yeah.
got like she is never just wearing like a simple sweater. She's always got something on under a base layer on. And then and it's not cute. Not a cute style for her. So none of hers. But Manny did repeat a shirt, her little foil shirt. Um but she paired it with a different bottom. She has like a khaki pleated skirt on, which again, very nostalgic. I loved a pleated skirt. I loved a jean pleated skirt, but I did have khaki pleated skirts.
Yeah.
At least several. Yeah. But that's all my fashion. I Everybody else was just blending for me.
Okay, so before we go to shots fired, first of all, we have a black hole correction. We black holed JT's grandma last episode,
I
but
realized
she is
that.
at his funeral.
Mm-hmm.
So respect, but now we're never gonna see her again.
Respect to the show for bringing her back for the funeral and then black holing her. Respect.
Um, and then I have a potential Heather Sinclair.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's at the funeral. She's sitting behind Emma and Sean, wearing
Mm-hmm.
like a black suit and carrying, I don't know, it looks like a knockoff designer bag.
Oh, okay.
And I feel like that could be Heather Sinclair. Especially because if you told me that was Holly J's sister, I would believe it. And I know that they're, spoiler alert, not actually blood related. But they had
Mm-hmm.
to have looked at least enough alike that, like, Holly J didn't question it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then from there, we can do shots fired.
Pew
Pew,
pew
pew,
pew
pew,
pew
pew, pew, pew,
pew.
pew.
Shots fired.
I don't have that many. I don't know about you.
I have 7.
Okay, I only have 3, and one of them's not even a big one. Like, one of them I'm like, eh.
Okay, so why don't you go and I'll fill in.
Okay, so I have Mia telling Liberty, "You're a robot, Liberty, a walking, talking computer." And I
Mm-hmm.
have Danny when he asks Toby if Toby is trying to like hook up with Liberty, and he's like, "Good, because if not, Danny would have to choke a dude." Does
Does
Danny have
Danny
to
have to
choke a
choke a
dude?
dude, Toby?
Which was,
Yeah.
would that have been like when the Wayne Brady thing was a thing?
I could see it.
Is that what that is?
I could fuck with it. Yeah. Probably.
And then I have Mia telling
Is
Toby,
that why I
"You
liked it so
suck."
much?
It might be.
Mm-hmm.
And Mia telling Toby, "You suck, Isaacs. You suck so bad."
Yes. The way she says Isaacs is you suck, Isaacs. You suck so bad. Enough of the Mina line reads. I have Ellie saying Jesse Stefanovich, the last of the big spenders. She's such a bitch. If you were this rude to Craig, maybe he'd actually be interested in you. I'm sorry.
Right?
Like, dudes like, I don't know why, but dudes like being picked on. Just pick on him when in doubt. Pick on him. Take him down a peg. Jesse says, very articulate. Can I quote you?
See, I couldn't pay that much attention to the Jesse Ellie storyline.
It was hilarious. I was doing dictation, which dictation has always been terrible on phones. I've never fucking trusted it, but I used my dictation. This is not an ad for dictation. Fuck dictation. Please write, okay? If you have the opportunity to write down, just type. Just stop using AI and things like that for things. I was really lazy, and I typically type out my entire shots fired, so it was easier to speak my shots fired this time, and I was just impressed that it picked up Stefanovich and spelled it right. I was really impressed with the dictation on that. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. I have Toby saying, fine, I will. I'll issue an official kiss retraction. And finally, I have Ellie saying, I kissed someone. You had a random hookup with some bar skank. Which, okay. Fair. Noted. And for the record. Entered into the record. Yeah, that's it. That's it for me on the shots fired front.
Well, so who bums you out?
The bummer. Honestly, I'm gonna throw in Jesse and Ellie. They both bum me out. They both are annoying. Jimmy, because he thinks he's a love guru. Him and fucking Ashley just stopped having erectile dysfunction issues. Anyway, I'm not bummed out by Toby. I'm not bummed out by him. I get his moral dilemma.
Yeah, I'm not bummed out by Toby or Liberty, really.
No, and there's really no one else in this plot.
Yeah.
Mia fucking sucks.
Mia sucks. I hate
boo,
Mia. I hate Jesse. I hate Ellie.
tomato.
Honestly, I hate Jimmy because he's being really fucking corny.
Yeah, Jimmy went in there for me. Yep, Jimmy's fucking sucks. Cause like, come on now, man. Like, read the room. Someone just got fucking stabbed. And you're gonna say this isn't a product of war? You're gonna say this is just random? This shit is just.
It wasn't just somebody. It was the kid who was leading the Degrassi charge. Like, I'm sorry, I know JT had like laid down his sword, but he started this shit.
He started this shit. You
Don't
started
start
the rumor,
nothing,
Emma.
won't be nothing.
You started the rumor, Emma. Yeah. No, it was 100% his charge that he led, and it would not have gotten to that depth of severity. He would have not gotten stabbed if he had not started the bullshit. Oh, you'll bring your friends? That's fine, because I'll bring mine. Bitch.
Danny.
I just don't have time for the foolishness, JT. And to say that it wasn't related to that is dumb. Is wrong.
Yeah, it's
a reason you need to shut the fuck up, Jimmy, among many. So yeah, you bum me out.
It's not a well-written episode for the most part.
They got the vibes right, but that's about it.
They got the vibes right, and like some of it was decent, but like I
appreciated the whole memorial scene.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was
touching. I cried.
Yeah, I appreciated Liberty talking to, like, when they're going between the stage and whatever. Like, I appreciated that conversation between her and Toby, but yeah, ultimately, that cannot save the rest of the episode. That's why I attribute a slight enjoyment of this episode to how much they nailed the emotional beats. That's about it.
Mm-hmm. So who shines?
Liberty. Liberty. I would say Liberty because of her emotional journey.
I would
think
give
that
it
she
to Toby in that
articulated
case,
herself.
too. I
Yeah,
think Toby's doing the best he can.
He did the best he can. I don't think any point. I think he was going
He's
to tell
making,
her.
like, I feel like he's making wrong turns, but he is definitely, like, we're getting season 1 single mom that works 2 jobs, Toby.
I think he was gonna tell her. I just think that he didn't know how, and I think that he knew it was a touchy subject. He just hadn't told her yet.
Right, there's no handbook for this. He doesn't have a point of reference for how to do this.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't.
What's he gonna write into the whatever the Canadian Ask Abby is, and hope that his letter gets published?
Right. No, I think that he has a valuable journey throughout
Dear
this episode.
Degrieving at Degrassi. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give it to Snake and Spinner, and I, in that case, also have to give it to Peter because
Peter
that slideshow. No,
Yeah,
Peter
it
was
great.
part of it, though. It was.
Well, this is
give
part
credit
of
where
Peter's,
credit is due.
Well, this
we
is
give
part of
credit where
Peter's.
Credit is due.
This is the part of Peter's redemption arc because there's no other reason to put Peter in there other than
his mommy probably put him in a camera club as punishment.
Right. He owns a camera. He knows how to fucking fuck with equipment. That's why they put him in there, because they're like, it's plausible that he'd be able to help with this. He needs to go in there because people are going to like him for that.
Well, now I don't think it's enough to redeem him. I think it's enough to
just
give him
one
a gold
brick in the wall.
Star for the week.
It's one brick in the wall, Caroline. What is it going to add up to? If we start giving it
Nothing.
to him now, what the fuck is it going to add up to come season whatever?
Math. Don't
Does
laugh
it go
at
there?
me.
No, I've been getting like visual, when people put like a stimulating something in a window where they want you to pay attention to something, like brain rot. Not that you've been brain rotting, but you doing the trial and error of putting those little like K-cup looking things in your fucking head and then taking those out and then like just doing your regular finger, pin curls has been visually stimulating. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, listeners, obviously this is not a visual medium, but Caroline had just purchased these things that look like silicone K-cups, and she was using them to try to curl her hair, and I guess she wasn't fucking with it, so she went back to the
curl
tried
they give.
and true.
I can't get them to stay in place, though.
Do you think you maybe need to pin those, or are they too fat to pin?
There's not really a way to pin them. Like, they've got these holes in them here. Right? But it kind of looks like a diva cup.
It does, actually.
But, like, how do you pin on that, right? Like, at best, you can put a pin through here. It would be too clunky to pin with a bobby pin.
Gotcha.
There's probably a kind of clip that would hold it, but I can't get
like
them to
squeeze
hold
it
in place for me. Yeah.
It looks like it needs to like clamp it more than interesting. Well, yeah, no, it's been visual stimuli. I'm not making fun of you. But cool. Does it go there, my friend?
There?
Does it go there?
Yeah.
Of course it does. We've got
GT
grief.
died.
We've
for
got
your
grief.
Sins.
We've got grief. We've got a memorial. We've got a man on a t-shirt. Yes. All of this. And
We've
more.
got Liberty 3000 breaking down in tears.
It goes there. Yeah.
It's tragic and beautiful and sad, and it's the most I'll ever like JT. So that's the nicest I can say about it. And yeah, it does go there. It's a beautiful tribute to a man who I would argue did not deserve such a beautiful tribute. But, I didn't love him. Other people did.
Other people did. Other people really did.
And just because I can't see what's lovable about him doesn't mean that there's nothing lovable about him. Most of us have something redeeming about us.
Fair. I mean, I guess on that note, that's a beautiful way to cap the episode. This episode of Your Mom's Podcast was made possible in part by the Degrassi AV Club, the Core, and support from listeners like you. Thanks for listening to Your Mom's Podcast. Next week, Emma spearheads a new protest in If You Leave.
Boom, done. We finally recorded this episode.
Jesus Christ.
Huzzah. We'd like to take a moment to thank our Patreon subscribers, Tay,
Lucy,
Iggy,
Evie,
Miranda,
and an extra special thanks to our TiddySnake producers, Tawny,
the Degrassi Generations Facebook group,
Corrie,
Chelsea,
Brandi.
and Alyka.
Thank you guys. We love you.
Thank you.
If you'd like to further support our show, you can find us on TikTok and Facebook as Your Mom's Padcast. We also have a Facebook group of the same name. And you can find us on Instagram at YMPadcast. Your Mom's Padcast is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. Subscriptions and reviews are another great free way to support us. However, if you're interested in supporting us in not free ways, we have a lot of great bonus content on our Patreon, and some great merch at our shop, which can be found at your-moms-padcast-shop.fourthwall.com. And remember, that's Padcast. Pahdcast. Thank you.